Hey, so this video is going to be a little bit different than usual. Today was my last day of my second internship with Digital Extremes working on Soulframe, and in just a couple of days I'll be off to Korea for a 1 week vacation and then straight to Singapore for a 4 month exchange program, so I won't be back home for a while. And that's why I thought I'd make a video to show off my desk setup because I won't be using it for a while, won't be seeing it for a while. So I thought I'd share what I have and what I use on a daily basis to both work and play a couple of games that I like to play, like Sekiro and Elden Ring, and a few others. So first we have my PC. I'll just share a little bit about the specs. I have an EVGA case DG77. It was just on sale at the time when I bought it, about 6 years ago, I think. So I got that. It's not the greatest case. Looks pretty nice, but the airflow isn't great. It's a lot of glass. And then I have a Ryzen 7 2700X with an Asus X370E, I believe. I also have an RTX 2080 Asus ROG Strix with four Noctua black fans and four ring lights, I suppose. I forget where they're from, maybe Fantex. And I have two 16 gigabyte sticks of DDR4 RAM from T-Force. It's, I think, 3600 megahertz, but it doesn't actually work at that speed. So I think it's a little bit slower, unfortunately. I have the NZXT Kraken X62. It's a triple fan AIO cooler. Anything else, PSU, power supply doesn't really matter. So let's move on. Above my PC, I have a little figure of Kirito from Sword Art Online. This is just a gift that one of my friends gave me. Behind it is an infinity mirror that I made myself. It's been a long time, so a lot of the tape that I used is not sticking anymore. So the mirror behind it has slipped a little bit. I don't usually turn this on, but it was pretty cool. I wanted to make it myself, and it turned out pretty good. I used an Arduino Nano and a light strip with a couple of things from IKEA, like this square picture frame and the square mirror behind it, as well as like some 80% one-way mirror, I think. It's like a film that you put over a layer of glass. So let's turn that off. Here I have two of my monitors. The one on the right that is vertical is a Dell 1440p 27-inch 75 hertz refresh rate IPS. So that one looks a little bit better, but the one that I actually use as my main monitor that's in landscape is also a Dell. It's also 27 inches, but it's a TN panel and is 144 hertz. Doesn't look quite as good, but for games, having that refresh rate is pretty nice. Then I have a webcam. It was a very generic webcam. It's not very good, actually. It has some delay sometimes. I got it at the Canadian National Exhibition because it was cheap and it's a 1080p one, but I sort of regret it. I should have gotten a better one. Anyways, let's look at what I have down here. I have a Logitech G302. It's a wireless mouse. Very cheap. I got it when it was on sale, around 30 Canadian dollars. So it was a very good deal. I do really like it. I used to have a G502, a pretty old one that I got secondhand, But I do like this one. The only thing is maybe wireless mice are not as responsive. I also have a mouse pad, which is the SteelSeries QCK something, not sure which one. And that one's like the large size, but this one is the desk mat size. And I have this under here. I originally didn't have this standing desk converter. This actually raises up and I can stand while using my computer, which is pretty nice just for sort of health reasons and posture reasons. Then I have this N Pro 2 keyboard. It's a 60%. It doesn't have arrow keys, so you have to tap these to use your arrow keys, but you can't hold to repeatedly use the arrow keys. I have some plum pudding keycaps, so since there's backlighting, it shows through. If backlighting was on, I don't usually use it with it on, mostly because when I put my PC to sleep or I leave the room and I turn off the lights, I don't want it to be like super bright. So there's that. These headphones are the Sennheiser HD6XX from Mass Drop, or now known as just Drop. So these ones are very nice headphones. I've had them for a few years now. I have a few other headphones that I don't use. There's one that I do like using, the AKG K612 Pro. I do like those as well. It's a very interesting shape with rounded ear cups, like circular and very large ear cups, and the band is a little unique. Then I have this microphone, which is the Fifine T669. It's a relatively cheap microphone. It was around like $75, and you could probably get it for cheaper on like AliExpress or something. But it has this arm and it looks kind of fancy, even though it's not that fancy. And then the things that drive my headphones are the Grace S-DAC and the JDS Labs Atom amp. So yeah, I got these. I don't really know how I did my research back then, but I I ended up with these two, and I think they're doing a pretty good job. I don't have much else to say. This one's just a little mini tablet you can draw on just for like taking very brief notes or drawing things, brainstorming, that kind of thing, instead of using scrap paper. And I don't really like using paper, it feels like a waste. So I use that sometimes. I have a rubber ducky got from the US and a praying rabbit. I got it with a gacha box when one of my friends from the UK came to visit. And that's a Warframe keycap. So that's about it. It's about time I should say goodbye to my PC and this whole setup that I'm very comfortable with and go on vacation and on exchange with just my laptop. I have a MacBook Air M1, so I got it right as I was going to university a few years ago. It feels crazy to say, but yeah, that's it for this video. Hope that was kind of interesting to see, and I will catch you in the next video.